we've lost over 3,500 properties in this community. They've been demolished, they're blighted, they're disadvantaged. What we do at the coalition is we actually work to increase and improve homes that are affordable to families and individuals. There's a lot of stigma and negativity attached to Section 8 and affordability, but the reality is if people had to pay market rates on the kind of salaries and wages that they earn, then our homeless shelters would be full. The reality is that we work to make sure that nobody pays more than 30% of their income for their housing costs, and that housing cost includes their rent, their lights, and their gas, so that they have at least 2/3 of their income for issues related, to their quality of life, their children, their food, their health care, and issues such as that. We are right now trying to develop a master planning process for this neighborhood for California Curb Rock, because it is, as you can see, severely blighted and disinvested, and we think that we can actually have some real impact in a plan right now around changing the character of this neighborhood. We don't only work to provide the house. We work to grow the market from the inside out. We are looking at building the capacity of the individuals in this community through, we provide education opportunities, we provide through budgeting and healthcare and I actually don't do those services, but I'm trying to capture all of it. So what we do is we really work with each family individually that lives in one of these properties to just really grow their capacity, so that they can get a better job, so that they can figure out the whole healthcare maze, so that they can negotiate the banking system. You'd be surprised at how many people in these neighborhoods go to Quick Cash and get ripped off every month. So we work with them to help them understand what it means and what it is to actually have a bank account and how not to overdraw your account. You'll be surprised when we go in these units. It breaks my heart how many kids sleep on plastic bags with clothes in them with sheets thrown over. This is the kind of level of poverty that we're seeing in these houses. We used to get calls around the 20th to 22nd, people saying, we don't have any food, we don't have nothing to eat. Them calls are coming the 12th, the 13th. They're coming sooner in the month. I'm telling you that when we look at all the money that we invest in ending poverty, where's the value? What's the value that was added? Because the people that were suffering are still suffering, and they're not suffering in the way that they were in the past. It's even worse now. You see, we're seeing even worse poverty than ever before in my history, 25 years working in social service in Pittsburgh. I've never seen poverty like I see it now. I've never seen it like I see it today. So collectively, we really do have to come together and figure out solutions, and not just for us, but for everybody. We got to bring everybody along. You can't redevelop and reframe and regrow a community by exchanging residents. You know what I mean? It's about the people that are here, help growing their capacity. It's about growing the market from the inside out. I'm not saying that's only what it's about. It's about doing that and about bringing new people in. It's not either or. It's both, and some stuff we ain't even thought about yet. I want to say that I don't want to give the impression that everybody that lives in these properties is destitute. There is also an opportunity for people. And I want to introduce you guys to Asia Howe, who is a master's student at Stand Up Asia. Just talk about what...
like she said, I'll be starting my master's program. Sorry, I got a little bit emotional. I live in the property. Sorry. I live in the property. I just moved in January, but I've been living in the property since I was about 7 years old. My mom lived in them, and then we moved on and got a house. And so, I went to college. I would say I did my undergrad in Cincinnati, and I came back. I'm starting my graduate program here. I want to go into education. And I think there is a negative stigma surrounding the housing and just low-income housing and affordable housing. I substitute teach, and I have a 1-year-old. And at the rate that I'm making money, I couldn't afford afford to live in like, you know, $575 a month or even $375 a month. So to have affordable housing for me is really important. I'm saving up for graduate school. I'm putting myself through graduate school. You know, I have scholarships, but you know, nobody's just handing me money. And you know, I have a 1-year-old. We go to the park, but I think it's negative because I think, like, you know, they have this perception that, oh, young black girls and people who live in these houses, they don't want anything. They don't want to do anything but themselves. But so I think it's just like a perception, like.
But you're here to show that that's not the case. And there's a lot of people like Asia that live in poverty, that are doing the right thing, that are trying to bring their families up, that are trying to earn a living. So we're saying that along with jobs, people need homes. I don't care what your income is. We don't need a steak and caviar market. We need a market that is amenable to the needs of the people that live in the community. And people